Word 2013, Unit G, Insert Quick Parts. The Word Quick Parts feature makes it really easy to insert reusable pieces of content into a document. Now, examples of quick parts might include fields like the date or page number, or the document-related properties like author and title. We can insert a quick part into a document using the Quick Parts command on the Insert tab or on the Header and Footer Tools Design tab. So for this exercise, we're going to finalize the design of the 3 pages that we are using by adding a header building block and a footer building block to the document. We can then customize the footer by adding a document property to it using the Quick Parts command. So let's get started. I'm going to notice right now, if you want to have the same view that I have, I'm on somewhat of a multi-pages view. I'm going to hold down my control key and roll my middle mouse button to get just the look that I want. Click anywhere on page 2, and the first thing the textbook asks you to do is to go to the View tab and click 100%. Now we go to the Insert tab above the ribbon and click the Header button in the Header and Footer group. Now we're going to scroll down this header gallery and click the semaphore header. And don't forget, if you can't find the header that the textbook mentions, I'm okay if you pick a different header. Now notice that the semaphore header has been added to our document and the header area actually opens. The semaphore header includes 2 property controls, one for the author, one for the document title. So what exactly is a property control? A property control is a content control that contains document property information like the title, a company, or as we mentioned, the author. So a property control contains the document property information that we can enter in the document properties panel. And perhaps when we get finished with this, I'll show you where that document properties panel is. The text in the author property control, notice my author's information pops up automatically. The text in that control is the default author name for all new documents created on our computer. So this information is based on the username entered in the Word Options dialog box or our Microsoft user account name. We can assign or update a document property by typing directly in a property control or by typing in the document properties panel. So we're going to go ahead and click that author property control if yours is not already clicked. My name is already in there, so I don't have to enter my name, but you may have to enter your name. Then we can go to the title property, and we're going to type Mount Kenya Safari and Beach. Now right now you can't tell that I'm using a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, but you'll be able to see the result of that in just a second. Because right now I'm using that semaphore header format, but let's go pick another format. We're going to go back to the header button. Notice now I'm in Header and Footer Tools Design. I'll go to that header button, and instead of semaphore, let's choose filigree. So I'm going to come down and find, there it is, filigree. And now you can see that differentiated case that I was talking about just a moment ago. Now if we want to adjust the position of our header information without hitting the enter key, for instance, let's say I want to adjust the header from the top. Notice I can move it up or down using the position group on our ribbon. So we'll go ahead and hit that down button a couple of times. Let's go to the footer now, since we have our header situated. Let's go to the footer and we'll pick the retrospect style for our footer. And there we go. And again, you can see my name down here as the author. And first thing that we'll do is, again, let's go ahead and adjust that footer from bottom. We'll hit the down arrow, not just a couple of times, but 4 times. And you can see how that adjusts. One more time. You can see how that adjusted my document. I now have really it's dropped my author information a bit. I can see more of my actual content on the page from this view. I'm going to go ahead and click my name in the footer, and notice we get two special tabs above the ribbon. We get Table Tools and Header and Footer Tools. Let's go to Table Tools, the Layout tab, and click the Select button in our table group, which is over here to the far left. And we'll choose Select Cell, and notice it selected this entire cell. We're just going to delete out the author name property control. Let's add something else though in its place. So we'll go to Header and Footer Tools, Design, click Quick Parts as soon as I find it in the Insert group. And notice we have a number of things to choose from. We're going to come down to Document Property, and we'll choose Company. And notice down here in our footer, the company is added. So for the company, I'm going to type Quest Specialty Travel. Grab my table move handle to actually select the table. And why don't I go ahead and click my font color button to make that green. And I'll go ahead and save my changes. I'm going to click on my document though so I can get back into the document and out of that footer view. And don't forget what a header and a footer are. A header shows up automatically on every single page of the document at the very top of the document. And of course a footer does the same thing. It shows up on every single page, but it shows up at the foot of every page, unless we tell it to do otherwise. So I'm going to go ahead and now save my changes, and I'll call this one Insert Quick Parts, and we'll say that's it for this exercise.